What's going on, guys? This is Empty Box. Tokyo Xtreme Racer Drift 2. Let's just go ahead and get straight on into the action here. And navigate the menus. So apparently we're not going to get straight into the action because I don't know how to play this game. It's been a while. So let's go ahead and see what we got for this. I don't know. I don't remember how any of this works. Running in the 90s activate. Yeah. Well, you know. No AE86 here. I can't remember what we needed to do. I can't remember what I needed to do. So apparently it's going to take us like 15 minutes to actually find some gameplay here. Oh, hey, there we go. We got an orange guy. Is that a guy we need to race? Or is this a guy we need to race? Skyliner R. Alrighty. Hey, you! Yeah, you! Didn't I just see you in the new car dealer just now? Try beating my Skyliner R. The leader of his team, still attached to their 111s. They're always out soliciting down at the PA, crying, there must be someone out there who owns an amazing 111. But almost everyone they talk to is either a tourist or just there to take in the atmosphere, and their prospects are as dim as ever, because who wants to drive in a 111? I mean, heck, even the F-111 was a pig. I mean, come on. So, go CRX power. Okay, that wasn't even close. That was some serious like iRacing quality netcode there. I do remember R2 is the handbrake. Believe me, come forget that. Because who the heck ever would make R2 the handbrake? But then you're like, hey, you know what? This makes all the sense in the world because it's so convenient. And you just drive into the wall because you're blind. So, how's it all going, guys? Hope you all have had a wonderful day so far. Hopefully this wonderful day continues on. At least for the next 4 hours here, local time to me. Because then it'll be the next day. Who will buy NASCAR? You know what? I know who's going to buy NASCAR. Tony George. He wanted NASCAR. He asked for open wheel NASCAR. Now he can go buy actual NASCAR. I think it's perfect. That'd be like the most amazing thing ever because then you stock car guys can get to experience the suffering at the hands of Tony George. Just kidding. I'm gonna wish that on my worst enemy, except for NASCAR fans. But no, that would be absolutely hilarious. And then knowing him, he'd be all like, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and have a 500-mile stock car race at Indianapolis. Oh, man. Because they got the real Americans in that race. And it's only a race if the Americans are in it. Because otherwise, them foreigners might win. Okay, I already checked in here. Alrighty, enter the parking area. Anyone in the parking area? No, they're all scared of me. Oh my goodness, no. Silly menus, silly menus. IndyCar is a perfect mix of foreign American drivers now. No, man, the only mix of foreign American drivers as acceptable is 100% American and no one else. Right, guys? Has to be 100% American. I think I already checked this one. Did I already check this one? Why is this game so complicated and convoluted? So we need a turbo to win the Pertinax shield. I think we're to the point where most of our stuff was at night. Hopefully there was no slasher or anyone needing challenge. I do remember the slasher. Cannot forget the slasher. This is on an emulator. It's just a lot easier to do that. Don't mind the foreign drivers in the U.S. I just want some good old boy from the South to win an F1 championship or two for the lulz. But seeing how we were kind of talking about this on Twitter the other day, I mean, remember when Nicky Hayden won the MotoGP championship? Like, you look at that, it's just like, man, that's so weird. Makes sense. I mean, dude was really fast, but I mean, like, for some reason I can fathom an American champion in like motorcycle racing because, you know, it's been a thing like recently. But the idea of an American winning the Formula 1 World Championship is just like, yeah, does not compute at all. God, is it the car or is it me? Give me another chance. One more race. And this guy's a medalist. The FD3S RX-7 is tops in terms of absolute performance, but Yokoyama had his eye on the turning capabilities of the more compact FC, and boldly chose it over the newer FD. As you might guess from his choice of cars, his technique does his machine proud. Alright, let's see if his technique does his choice proud. For some reason I'm not convinced. I don't think this guy's got a chance. Although it did tell us prepare for struggle. Embrace the struggle! We got VTEC versus rotaries. No torque versus spinning Doritos. The battle of the ages. All of the lag, none of the turbo. VTEC, yes. Oh yeah, there we go. We're just totally all over the road. Man, this guy's SP is definitely not depleting nearly as fast as I remember it. Even though it seems like he's a good bit behind. Has been a while though. Oh no! Gotta remember that stupid double right. And I just realized that double right-hander, actually kind of that whole section there, Deep Forest Raceway, is that you? You just lurking in plain sight? But speaking of Deep Forest Raceway, anyone who has the newer Gran Turismos, can you please confirm or deny whether or not Deep Forest is still a thing in Gran Turismo? Because I both passionately hated that track as well as really liked that track at the same time. And I feel like Gran Turismo has probably gotten rid of Deep Forest because they've totally lost the plot and they absolutely suck out life now, and they should just go ahead and in the series now while they still got a chance. Sorry, that was a bit too harsh. That was much too harsh, to be entirely honest. But you know, they lost the plot. They lost the plot. Get out of my face! You lost the moment you met me. What are you, Mike Tyson? He was obsessed with a certain post-apocalyptic comic book and became so engrossed in it that eventually he started to believe he was the main character. The main character's costume doesn't fit well on his skinny frame. Likes to say, you've already lost. I don't understand the reference. But, I mean, fast forward a couple years, there's people hooked on post-apocalyptic Fallout games. AMT, quality for Indy should be great this year. Overall, like Danica on the poll. I'm not sure if that's a joke. That has to be some sort of lewd joke right there. With Ed Carpenter start first, if you catch my drift. Again, that has to definitely be a lewd joke because there's no reason anyone should be rooting for Ed Carpenter. Unless like you're Tony George or one of the 5 people who actually wanted the IRL, there's no reason to root for Ed Carpenter. Unless you're like strongly like pro-America or GTFO, which I guess is basically the same thing as USAT guy. I mean, there was a time a couple years ago where I didn't have too much of a problem with Ed Carpenter, but it just seems like the last couple of years he's definitely lived up to the name of Special Ed. That's for sure. Alright, so that place is done. No, we do not want to practice. Practice is for the weak. Who does that? Oh yeah, we got some green eggs. We got some supporters out here. Well, good thing we ain't racing that guy. His name's Death. Saudade. Cars get stolen all the time. The guy took off with mine right in front of me once. Man, was I pissed. The car he used to drive was stolen. That's what he said. He didn't have any car insurance either, making his predicament even worse. 3 months later, he happened to come upon a car just like the one that was stolen in town, but it was missing wheels, and it had no engine. But otherwise it is exactly the same. He waited and waited for the owner to return, but fell asleep and ended up missing him completely. But that was fine because the car was up on blocks outside the chop shop, so he got his car back. You're running a tinfoil hat on Danica's ride, being handed to her by IMS for ticket sales, and she couldn't find a room. Find a room. Wow, that's... we're not doing well here. Couldn't find a ride with a non-high brass associated team genuinely. No. No. If trying to use the words here. I mean, she's got a sponsor and everything. You know, that ride is, you know, basically fully funded, you know, for the month of May in terms of at least, you know, the 500. Should have done the GP, but you know, there would be no difficulties finding a ride with a big-time sponsor like that who wants to do that regardless. I mean, I'm honestly kind of somewhat baffled by the Ed Carpenter thing, but I think it's also something that makes a lot of sense because... Oops, just a second here. I mean, when you think about... Yeah, I think the other likely one was Andretti Autosports, but they're also, running Stefan Wilson, and I think that's, I mean, there's reasons why. I mean, I wouldn't say that he's even half of the driver that Danica is at Indianapolis, but, I mean, I totally understand it. I think everyone can understand it, and, hey. But, yeah, I think it's just, that's where the slot was to go. Man, I can't stand my job. This is the only way I can blow off steam, No, because I have an intercooler. No steam to be blown off. A novice mechanic. He made his mountain racing debut at the age of 18, and so is already pretty good. You're pretty good. His love of cars prompted him to go to work to be a car maintenance shop. But since the shop is so small, the wages are low and the hours are long, not the kind of environment anyone wants to work in. There's no telling when you'll crack under the strain. I thought he was pretty good. But if she had GoDaddy money, couldn't she have bought a ride for Andretti? I think part of it is also the fact that... This guy just bumped me off. Part of it is the engine allotment per manufacturer. Like, I don't think Honda has any more availability because they're already doing like 19 engines or something like that. So it's not like Andretti could just field a 6th car. Not to mention that they'd even have to have the equipment, but I'm pretty sure they would have the equipment in terms of the car, the chassis, the parts, and all that stuff. But then you also have to find a pit crew and everything. It's not... It wouldn't be trivial to just go ahead and add in a 6th team, Yeah, what do you mean? Elio already has 3 wins. No, he has 2. Around these parts, he has 2. Alright? We all know what happened. We all can see the politics on the mirror. Yeah, I seriously need to put this music on my phone or something. That way I can just listen to it while I'm driving. Like, for real. Just like blast it as loud as possible. Driving down the highway, just people will be all like, what the heck? PT won as much as Randy's lost weight. Oh, burn. Well, I guess Randy needs to go lose some weight real quick then. I mean... Still designing that rig? Sort of. Sort of. It's a intentionally cryptic answer. I can neither confirm nor deny, but yes, but... Sort of. Yeah, look at that glorious CRX. She even does 90 miles an hour downhill. World's fastest CRX confirmed. This is where some guys all like, yeah. And he runs off to the YouTube video land to find a drag racing CRX to be all like, yeah, see, told you, I found a CRX that does more than 90 miles an hour. It does 190. Okay, nice wall ride there, douche. I think I just went in that corner at like 600 miles an hour and just ping-ponged off of it. Gained a bunch of ground. Totally fair. But it would not be Tokyo Xtreme Racer without the cheese. Fortunately, cheese is what I love. Personally, I'm more of a pepper jack guy. What kind of cheese guys are you guys out there? Let's be real. Everyone loves cheese. You what? Racing last supper guy. Gourmet food is one of life's greatest pleasures. After this race, let's have a feast. Yeah, I like this guy. He has a strange combination of hobbies. Racing and fine dining. I wonder if he races for Team Knife and Forks. He always handles his car with grace and refinement, almost as if he were sampling a delicacy with his knife and fork. You see what they did there. However, Utomo hides a terrible secret. He has never once eaten at a nice restaurant in his life. Man, this guy be acting like Arby's be 5-star, man. Whoa, 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 whoa. So if we lose the midget. And if we win, we get 599 credits. That doesn't seem nearly close to fair. That doesn't. The midget has far more value than that, but I mean, we gotta have guts. I mean, he's racing a Mazda 3. I think we can hang. Oh yeah, we got him. 70 miles an hour. Holy crap, the midget does 85 miles an hour? I don't remember the midget being this fast. Oh, wait, no. Well, that would be why. Because we're not driving the midget. Meh. And explain why this thing doesn't corner nearly as well. I mean, why would you show me a picture of the car and tell me I'm gambling the car away? And you know what? This makes me think of something. Whatever happened to racing for pinks? I don't mean that like literally. But it seemed like in video games for a time there was like this period from like 2004 to 2006, 2007 where like every game that was a racing game where you're like street racing or something, like you gotta have like the pink slip race. You gotta have it. Yeah, and then of course there was the stupid TV show. That dude with the arms. That dude with the arms. Oh, wait. Sweet, I want a midget. I want a midget! My life is now complete. I've won a midget. I'm gonna go into work tomorrow, and I'm gonna be like, hey, guess what I did last night? I won a midget. The shiniest bald head ever. He did have a shiny bald head. Or whatever happened to that guy. Anyways, Hog Muffler. Hey you! When I get on the road, ain't nobody can stop me but me. Got it? So don't stop him now. He's having a good time. He's having a ball. He used to be a biker and a devoted American-made motorcycle enthusiast. One day, he was trolling around the highways. They saw him trolling. They were hating, patrolling, trying to catch him riding dirty. A racer told him to get out of the way. From that day on, he switched over to 4 wheels. He swears that until he finds the racer who insulted him and teaches him a lesson, he won't return to motorcycles. Because remember, a car is definitely gonna beat a crotch rocket. Yeah. I mean, let's be real. This guy's driving a something or other. Some Japanese car that's like a Japanese-only car. I mean, I'm sure, yeah, it's probably like reasonably rapid. But sport bike? Yeah, probably. The Midget isn't just the best car in game. The Midget is the best car in life. Oh, you're really going to teach that racer a lesson there if you can't navigate one freaking turn. Just all skill, buddy. All skill. Thank you, Mr. Smooth 7. Although, if I'm your hero, you gotta do a better job, man. You've been making a name for yourself around here lately. How about a race, brother? Sidekick to the leader of the Kage Blue side, and he still hasn't been allowed to join the team. But what he doesn't seem to realize is that everybody on the team knows that his motives for being the boss's sidekicks aren't exactly pure. What are they? Hey, if you're into that kind of thing, dude, that's more power to you. Still short of cash, as always. I'm sure you can find a way to make some of that cash there, buddy, if you're willing to do that sort of thing. I'm sure there's people who will pay quite well for that. Not that I know anything about that, and not that there's anything wrong with that. So what specifically irked you away from iRacing this time? It's more to do with the fact that it's just gone nowhere. Like, it's been that way for a while, but I think I've honestly finally had enough for it being the main thing on this channel. As well as, you know, we're coming up here June. You know, depending on what, you know, iRacing does in terms of if they actually take steps to try and address the horribleness that is the competition that has really been boiling for several years now, which I don't think they do. Like, you know, I definitely could foresee moving over to other pastures. And by that I mean, hey, you know, there's a game that sounds pretty neat, you know. So, of course, a competition game, you know. Not that GT3 is my main squeeze, but, you know, someone else take over the throne, take over the mantle, and give it a go. Well, you do iRacing AI. I honestly do not know. I really think iRacing has really no reason to do AI. I think it's silly for them to do AI in the position that they're in. But I guess, yeah, I understand people want it. I totally get that, but I just don't think it's a good addition. And I don't see how it makes their product better without substantially changing what their product is, which I don't think they're going to change what their product is. Like, I don't think there's really a reason to have AI when your whole product and the thing that makes your product unique compared to all the other ones is racing online. Like, what have you really really achieved? Oh yes, the Haruna Slashers challenge is up on the BBS. Man, hurry, go check the Haruna BBS. The Kage Slashers challenge is up on the BBS. Man, hurry, go check the Kage BBS. To the BBS. Where's the BBS? The connection net. To the connection net. Oh, yes. Give me the slasher. Yes. Oh, yes. Give me the slasher. Doesn't matter where you're from. My name is E.G. Kurihara, the Eternal Wanderer. It's your lucky day, scrubs, because I'm MLG legit. I, E.G. Kurihara, am gonna battle you. So get your butt down to Akagi, PA, and I'll show you what the real technique is, because we got guts. I'll show you my technique, too. Oh. I just told that guy. I just gave that guy a beating on the forums. Where's the other one? Is it here? No, that's the one we got the daytime race. Tokyo Gang Annihilation Plan #1. Lately, those punks from Tokyo have been tearing around Haruna like they own the place. The taxpayers do. If they see my post, if they can come meet me face to face at Haruna, PA, then I'll show them what's that, what's what. We'll see who's the king of the road. I'm not from Tokyo, but I'll be there. Oh man. I mean, I'm sorry guys, we're going straight to nighttime because we gotta get some slasher action going on here. Dude, AI is not gonna help people not get mad. People get mad because it's online racing. Like, people are always gonna get mad. The only difference between iRacing and literally any other game in that sense is the fact that it has voice chat. Other games don't have voice chat built in, so like that's the people who are dumb enough to think that their iRating means that they're gonna end up being the next freaking guy, you know, racing NASCAR Cup Series. Like, yeah, no, it doesn't work quite so simply. The guy who used to rule Haruna is here to conquer Akagi. Doesn't that just beat all? Really? It was a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. But the name Kurihara used to strike fear in the hearts of racers in Haruna. And then a new champion suddenly appeared. Then Kurihara moved here to Akagi. Since then, countless races have made him virtually unbeatable in Akagi until he ran into a small little red Honda CRX. His car is starting to show its age. Meanwhile, I'm racing in a car that is twice as old as his car. So man. Good old Genki. Just never change, man. Oh wait, time out. We got like awesome music here, so I'm turning up the volume and I'm just gonna be silent here. So plug your ear holes. But we got goodness going on here.
He ran me over. Get your fat tub of large super out of the way. So intense, man. He's like right there, man. All right, mile and a half left. Nice AI catch up there, game. Nice. Okay, I see straightness. I see straightness on the map. Alright, not sure if Eternal Wander or Battery Light. Oh! Oh no. Stop it! Stop it! Leave my bumper alone. You leave me alone. You're not nice. You don't like it. Alright, we gotta lick the postage stamp and just send it. Alright. Yeah. No. Got him. Woo. Well, that was fun. That was fun. Just change the audio back there. Oh wait, I think this means we get one of those cutscenes, right? The new racer's technique became common knowledge around the Kaido circuit, smashing into other cars, bumping them off at every opportunity and every hairpin corner. The racers in Stage 3 began honing their skills of wreck avoidance in anticipation of the battles to come. It had also become apparent that the rumor about the Metropolitan team's intrusion is true. Intruder alert! Dun 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 dun. Racers who don't know the ins and outs of each and every corner in Stage 3 are bound to be swept away like so many fallen leaves. The slopes are steep, treacherous, and unforgiving. But that's fine, because the fences always hold up. You'll have to contend with foes other than people who just want a good battle. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Seems legit.
You earned a total of 410,000 CP from your sponsored contracts. Stage clear bonus 6.5 million CP.
But guys, there's another slasher. There's another slasher. I don't want to race in the day. I want to go get the slasher. Oh, darn. Alright, I'm going to go through all the new courses that are available and just keep doing that because that means that we can keep hearing that song, and that song is so great. And are those pot leaves? What? Well, that's interesting. I'm sure like half you guys are like, no. So that's same course, same course. That's the same course.
Oh, Moats Rocco. Bring the metal. Metal!
Someone needs to figure out who did that song, because that song is just so glorious. I mean, the guy in the background was like, oh, and then straight to the happy cheering music. Empty, what is your favorite band? Dream Theater. One of those weirdos. Anyways, we're going straight to night here. Nope, 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 nope. I hate it when you hit the wrong button and then it takes like 20 minutes, and they gave me the best goddamn nickname they possibly could. I have now graduated from Miso's Super Racer to Annoying Boy. Hell yeah! Alright, where's that slasher? Where is that slasher? I think it's Hiroshima, was it? Or is there not going to be another slasher because I already beat the other slasher and I could have beat either slashers? I must beat slashers! Slasher! Yes! Oh man, this guy, he's fully kitted out, man. This guy, definitely rice. And by rice, I mean what rice actually is supposed to mean. Race-inspired cosmetic enhancement. That's what this guy's got going on here. Mr. Guardian. I'm Tamashiro, the boss of Haruna. Thanks for coming here. I hope you can give me a run for my money. This guy seems like a good guy. I like this guy. You know, he's got a tastefully modified car. He's got a good attitude, apparently. He just seems like a good guy. After losing once to a racer that suddenly appeared out of nowhere like every other freaking racer in Tokyo Extreme Racer history, he realized how vulnerable his position was. He changed his machine from a Galant to a Lancer and made a fresh start. His old car was a pretty nice ride, but it was nothing compared to this Lancer. And so he began the pursuit of the new Haruna Guardians. Alright. I can dig it. Cutscene. I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. I have a feeling that like half of these cutscenes were directed by the guy who does Gran Turismo. What's his name? Kaz something Yama something. I totally can't remember the guy's name for some reason, but yeah, that guy, you know, who's just like way too into it, like to a uncomfortable degree, to the point where it's like, dude, back it down a little bit. I love cars as much as the next guy, but you kind of making me feel uncomfortable here. Hideo Turismo. Ah, yes. So basically what Japan does with cartoons. Yeah, Japan just freaking... I tell you, man. I don't know how in the hell it happened, but Japan's just definitely a case for that. You went into World War II with one culture and seemingly came out on the other side, and it's just 0.0% to ever go back. And hey, you know, it's neither here nor there, not having that debate. I don't think that debate's really worth having here. Man. CRX is fast. Yeah, of course CRX is fast. I mean, it like weighs nothing. Handles reasonably well, you know. It's lightweight. And as we discovered with Tokyo Extreme Racer 3, lightweight beats everything. Although, does this game have a Lotus Europa? I still can't remember. I swear. I've checked like 3 times, because if this game has a Lotus Europa, we're definitely getting the Europa, just that way we can see if the cheese is just as strong. Because my goodness, was the cheese strong in Extreme Racer 3. Boy, was that glorious cheese. Used car dealership, I think it can appear. How does the used car dealership refresh its inventory? If anyone knows. I'm sure someone knows. Man, this music just seriously makes me just like... I'm just gonna go ahead and blast some Yngwie Malmsteen up in here, just because, you know? It's great though, I like it. $15, what is your favorite type of cheese? Pepper jack, man. Pepper jack is like delicious. It's not necessarily like the most like adventurous cheese, although it's definitely more adventurous than say, you know, cheddar or Swiss or American. But I mean, let's be real. It's all about the pepper jack. Whoa, just physics right there, man. Physics with an F. Just F-I-Z-Z-I-K-S. That's just what happened in my review here. That made no sense at all. Like how the game doesn't even try and hide its cheese. It's just like, yep. Right into the wall. Right into the liberal wall there. Can make a political joke right there. That's the only wall that the liberals will get behind. Sorry, I had to make the joke. I had to make the joke. It was just there. It was just there. Now we block. Tonight, we block the track. And we win. And we win. Oh, hey. Does this mean another cutscene with more overly dramatic, you know, this is what's happening and how dangerous this is and fighting the mountain and craziness? Nope. Alrighty. Oh, we're back to, excuse me, back to the daytime again, guys. Let's check that used car dealership. Because I'm telling you, hardtop MX-5. Why does this game have a hardtop MX-5 in it? Why would any game have a hardtop MX-5 in it? Because why did the MX-5 ever have a hardtop in the first place? But why would you put that in the game? Everybody thinks about the MX-5. It's not a hardtop MX-5, except for like the 5 people who like, oh my goodness, hardtop MX-5. And here's a Toyota Vitz with dive planes on it. Great modification there. Mark II. Mazda 2. Skyline. Oh, Skyline. Cord Euro R. Nothing interesting. Yeah, nothing interesting in there. See if there's any new cars to buy. Rival encounter. I hate heights, so I won't battle on high ground. You understand? I'll be waiting at the Haruna Day PA. You hate heights, but yet you're gonna race down a mountain? Why? What? Oh, hey, this car. The ASL Garaya. Yeah, I think we got it right there. Fun fact, this is probably the first car I ever drove in Gran Turismo 4. Because I remember seeing this thing in the pictures of, in the magazine, because there's magazines back then, with the Super GT GT300 body kit, and that thing just always looked like really cool to me for some reason. So I'm like, dude, this game has that car. That's freaking awesome. And apparently it's the Tommy Kyra ZZS or ZZ3 that was a concept, and then they bought the rights, and then they something or other. Like there was some story that tied it all together or something. And really? Wanted to buy my car, man. Wanted to buy my car. I can't buy my car. Granted, my car isn't a Type R, but I'm settled. I'm settled for a Type R. Alright, y'all give Kaz a bunch of bull, you know, for 82 different Miatas. This game has 1 Miata, 2 Miata, 3 Miata, not 4, just 3. But still, that's pretty cool. It's pretty crazy. Dude! Dude! Yes! Yes! Paint it green! Paint it green. Although if you paint it green, then the floorboards blow out with the manifold. No, Moon Man, I will not fight you. Hideo is the man. I mean, he is Hideo. I mean, let's be real. You either love him or hate him, and I'm definitely a fan. I mean, again, y'all give Kaz a bunch of bull, but we got 1 Skyline, 2 Skyline, 3 Skyline, 4 Skyline, 5 Skyline, 6 Skyline, 6 Skylines, and we haven't unlocked an R34. And I don't think we haven't unlocked a proper R33. A proper R32, a proper R34, and I'm guessing in all likelihood, I don't know the car list off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure there's proper R32s and proper R33s and definitely an R34 in this game. So I mean, how many Skylines? You know, you just end up that way. That's just how these games work, man. I feel like we should be looking for a new car. And that's why I'm in here. And I always like this car for some strange reason. The Legacy Blitzen. It's just a great name for the car. Just the Blitzen. Although, disappointingly, it's Japanese, not German. I think it'd be a lot more fun if Mercedes named a car like the Blitzen. The AMG C63 Blitzen. Boom. All your tires are destroyed. And all of your base, of course, belongs to us. Like, just ultimate tire shredder. Guaranteed. Oh. I kind of want the Celica. For some reason, I really like this Celica type. The ST-185 is a snowing apparently. I don't know why. I just do. I guess it brings back memories of Sega Rally and the Castrol WRC livery. Yeah, just and then they made it the 205, which I used to like as a kid. I thought it looked cooler, but it hasn't aged nearly as well as this. I mean, that's a good looking car. And then they did this, just like no. Could get a Mr. 2. Could get an AW11. Let's go full regular car reviews up in here. Alpha. We can get an Alfa Romeo, you know. That way we can break down on the side of the mountain. And that is a thing of beauty. When they're talking about Italian design, the Alfa Romeo Alpha Cross Wagon is right up there with like the 250 GTO. I mean, just thing of just beauty. Ooh, Audi TT Coupe 3.2 Quattro. Funny thing is, I was driving around the other day, saw an Audi TT, I'm like, man, if only the Audi TT was like actually a sports car, they would have had something. So it's just kind of this weird thing. Dude, of course. Oh man, I was gonna say, duh, it's mine. So what do you got? What should our license plate be? Oh, duh. Duh, we were just talking about this. Let's see if it fits. Let's see if it fits. You only got one letter. I guess, there we go. There we go. We were just talking about the Blitzen and how it'd be the perfect name for a German car, an AMG nonetheless. Like it's meant to be. I just... Oh, you cannot buy... Oh, no. Not one of these cars. They take all the fun out of the game. Oh, man. They take all the fun out of the game. Because you can't do the fun stuff with the things. And you can't do the things with the other things. And now we're going to go drive up this Riced Up RX-8. Yeah, I should have known that is a special car, therefore you couldn't buy parts. But, you know, I saw, yeah, I'm just like, dude. Kind of passed out there as all the blood flow rushed to my extremities, I could say. So much for giving Kaz crap for what the heck? Oh, goodness, this track has that stupid squeaky suspension thing. That's not suspension, but sounds like suspension. Holy tail happy! This is just about the most tail happy car I've ever driven in this game so far. It's like, what the heck going on there? Alright, we'll power through it. Because of course we gotta get some stickers on our sweet new AMG Blitzen edition. I mean, it's basically a race car already. Yeah. It's called the Raven suspension. The flapping and squeaking was invented by the Germans. Well, that was a Japanese car, but I understand what you're saying. We'll give you credit for an effort. All right, time out here. Graffiti Art, and then their team name is Graffiti Art. Spelling. Please, someone use some spelling. Even just a little. And I mean, I'm like really terrible at spelling. If I'm calling you out on bad spelling, psh. We got some serious heavy-duty highway battlage here. And we're doing this from a chase cam. Why? Hate chase cams. So swervy. But you banish into the crowd. You lift me all behind and I'm away. This guy sounds so nasally. No! Oh, come on. Who put the emergency breakaway truck ramp there, really? I mean, come on. Give him the over-under! I mean, seriously, does every car in this game have brakes that are set up to lock instantly as soon as you even so much as look at the square button? Like, is that what's going on here? Oh, that was easy. Success! Our concept. Driving a GTO, the Japanese GTO, not the American one. That's significantly cooler than the Japanese GTO will ever be. Sorry, Japanese car fans, but kind of the truth. Although, fun fact here, I remember Gran Turismo 1. Saving up for the GTO MR Special Limited Edition, the race car. Like, that was like the first special edition I bought. Like, I just grinded the snot out of it because, like, I was a kid and didn't really realize making money efficiently. That and the Viper GTS got the racing modification. I think that was like the first thing I did because the Viper GTSR is the greatest race car in the history of mankind that isn't a champ car. That's what I'm going to say, and that's by story I'm sticking to it. So, yeah, the more you know, huh? No! We're not gonna make it! We failed. We have failed. Our concept contract could not be made. No. We'll get there. We will get there. Sponsor test ready. Well, I will say this car does launch. We'll give it that. I just realized this course makes me think of Trento Bondone from Netcar Pro and Assetto Corsa. Which, sidebar on that, remember when people were actually excited for Trento to come to Assetto Corsa? And then it came and people were like, yeah, well, okay, that's cool, whatever, don't care. And no one, like, actually cared? Yeah, no, what's up with that, right? Come on! No! Oh, man. Whoa there, buddy. GTR2 or GT2 or 3 had a drive-attire that you could hire. My dad and I bought a tricked-out Chevelle SS and paid the drive-attire to do a 24-hour race that took IRL 6 hours. No, you didn't. Because that would be Gran Turismo 4. But still, yeah. B-Spec driver to the rescue. Many 24 hours of Le Mans were won overnight with no input. Yeah, I'm definitely not alone there. Man, looking back at it, Gran Turismo 4 is definitely the one where that series just like went off the deep end and forgot that is a freaking video game. Hey guys, 24-hour race. Yeah, this will be so much fun, especially when the tires only last for 5 laps in this game. Because Gran Turismo tire wear is Gran Turismo tire wear. Oh boy, we're definitely not getting it done on this one. This is not a good run. This is definitely not a good run. But we got it anyways. Yeah, the B-Spec drivers were the worst. You set them to anything like above, like, set them to like push or whatever it was called. Like, I think it was 4 or 5. Like 4 or 5 and 5 of 5. If I remember correctly, like the maximum aggression settings. Like, your guy was just like, are you even trying at this point? Like, just, you can't be that bad, can you? Especially when you give him a car that was difficult to drive. Just like, oh goodness. Give the test driver the Toyota 7. There you go. Have fun. Or that's the Janetta, I think it was. It's like something or other, and if you souped it up, it had like ludicrous power for how small it was. And yet it was like 2 feet long because this is a freaking tiny car. Ah, good old Gran Turismo. Oh, this is definitely a tastefully modified S2000. These are tasty modifications if I've ever seen them. Alright, we got the CA test here. Oh no! If you hit the wall, you done? Oh no. But we only gotta get 2,400 points. We got a 480 horsepower S2000. We should be able to do this. This should not be too hard. Just go in there, crank and yank. Whoa! Got the lady to say action. Oh wow. So if you hit it once, you're done. But the lady saying action, because you can change it to be a man or a woman. The guy's all like, action! And the lady's just like, action. Action. I see. So you have to get a minimum number of points in order to... So we gotta get 400 points in the first section to clear that section, then we'll have to get more points, and then we'll have to get more points, and then we'll have to get more points. What? Oh my goodness. You know what, let's go talk with Yamamoto Engineering. Nice. Nice. Just kidding, Supra is tremendously overrated. Hater alert. Woo! This car is actually not that bad. Feels like whoever actually tuned this was like being somewhat reasonable, as opposed to some of the those S2000s in that RX-8, which is as soon as you even turn is just like, oh, you want it all the sideways, huh? Okay, yeah, okay. Can arrange that. Speed bumps. Woo. All right, who designed this road? Who designed this road, and what were you doing? Yeah, this thing's definitely a quality tire annihilator, though. Okay, that doesn't make any sense there. Mash the gas. Rip the handbrake. In a rear-wheel drive car. I assume the game must auto clutcher, and that's got to be happening. Okay. Okay, these walls are kind of janky when you got a car this powerful here. Like the car just like pivots and rotates, and it's like, oh hey, we're going this direction now. Now we're going this direction. Yay! Alright, so the only one we don't got is that one. So let's go ahead and man, we can't even put stickers on it? Come on. Oh man. That's okay though. Where was it? Where's the guy at? Where is that PA parking doofus? When did I get a Merc? Just about 15, 20 minutes ago. Ooh, I can't stand heights. No steep hills for me, please. Let's battle someplace low. Yeah, sure. People have always known about his fear of flying, but it was only recently discovered out that he's also afraid of heights. Out on the highways, he's obstinately refuses to participate in downhill battles, earning him confused looks from other racers. He has his reasons, though. Okay, I'm glad he does have reasons. All right, let's see what the Blitzen AMG Merc can do here. Them graphics too. It's definitely got the sound. Man, is this thing slow? You know, like the $9 million I spent on this thing? Probably not the best investment ever. But you know what? I think we'll be fine. Because we have the power of Mercedes German engineering. I mean, let's be real. Would you rather drive that thing or the other thing the guy was driving? I mean, was that guy driving a freaking Toyota Laurel? I mean, what kind of name is a Laurel? It's just like the most standard, like just low-key under the radar, you know, just getting through, you know? Anybody want a piece of my Mercedes? Nope. I guess we gotta do some category races, don't we? Some category racing. Just think, I would already be done with this playthrough if they just show you who is actually there. Ooh, we got Mystery Man. We got Mystery Man. Funds 125,000. Sponsored GT Youth. Sponsor battle going on here. Oh goodness, CA points. No. No. RIP sponsorship chances, right? Yep. Yep, that's just grand right there. And of course, I finally buy a rear-wheel drive car, and every freaking race is rear-wheel drive or front-wheel drive only. Did I win these races? Yes, I won those races. I'm only interested in racing if we're gonna get some cups or some badges. Top ranking medal. Yay! Yay! Caesar trophy to go with your salad. Congratulations, you had a salad. That was a tasty salad too. You know, I feel like the special cars in the Tokyo Xtreme Racer series, like, for the most part, why are they even there? Oh wait, I know why they're there, because who doesn't like the Mercedes AMG 2.5, 190E, 16, Evo 2, Blitzen edition. Alright, let's get it under control, here. We can do this. get some comboage going here. Novice fighter! Fighting like a true novice. Woo! No! Okay, that's one interesting little hairpin you got going on there. Yeah, Mercedes not necessarily great drift car is what it's looking like. Granted, you know, driver probably sucks. Driver definitely sucks. But, you know, these are definitely foreseen issues. Yay, average! Yeah, I was just going too fast there. Woo! Alright, we're being thoroughly average here, this run. Oh wait, that was bullcrap. Just scraped the wall right as it clipped into the zone. No! No! Who would have had it? Hitting that one. And that one. Yeah, that's what made it. Otherwise, we would have had it. We would have had it. Crash on pace lap at Charlotte. When did I crash on pace lap at Charlotte? When did that happen? I feel like that's something I would remember. Then again, it's probably happened so many times over the years I can't remember. Yeah, there we go. A little bit slower here. No! No! Get away from the wall! Get away from the wall! Same corner again. Are you serious? Same corner again. The same thing. Just clipped it right as it going into the zone. Oh man. Why did I buy this thing? We all know that the M3 is superior. Which of course, because I mean, E30 greater than all. There we go, get that angle. By angle, I mean just go ahead and charge on in there, just smash the handbrake. I remember that one video of an SRF race at Laguna Seca where he got the gears all around the start. Yeah, I remember that race too. I definitely remember that race. Oh, man. I remember that race because I gave myself a concussion about 30 seconds into that race, if I recall correctly. Yeah, I think the Mercedes here is just too big for the way drifting works in this game. Where, you know, it is quite profitable to just, like, smash the handbrake as hard as possible. There we go. Combo! No! Silly game. Silly game. No, begin judgment. I am judging you, game. I am judging you. And whoever programmed this... You know what? Why are we even racing during the day? Screw the day. Racing in the day is stupid. It serves no purpose. We gotta be racing at night here. You know, that's the way to go. Because then you get the funky music. Alright, so let's start here at Shiga Kusatsu with the Mercedes. Alrighty, Gearhead. Drives a Mazda 3 of some sort with dive planes on it and the license plate Best. Not cocky at all. You're a highway racer, right? So you must have read the magazine I published. Winding Road, right? That was Winding Road. I said Winding Road. That was not intended the way it may have sounded. His day job is as the editor of the monthly racing magazine Winding Road. If it hadn't been for the magazine editing job, he would probably have never known of the world of drift racing. I didn't know there was a world of drift racing either, because that sounds very counterintuitive. Now, though, drifting is practically his entire life. It's like killing two birds with one stone. Murderer. Oh, is his license plate supposed to be best as in, like, best motoring? Is that what's supposed to be going on here? Just grinding down our speed there on the curb. Yep, just smashing this nearly priceless Mercedes into the back of a freaking run-of-the-mill Mazda 3. Yep, definitely legit. So far, I kind of like this track. It's a bit more open. What type of Mercedes is it? It is the Mercedes AMG 190E 2.5 Evo 2 AMG something or other. Otherwise known as, like, the cool Mercedes. Otherwise known as, like, the only thing that Mercedes ever built that is actually interesting to me. Joking, but serious. I have a thing for 80s and 90s boxy cars. I don't know why. Pun not intended, but fully embraced. Although that said, E30 for life, yo. Alrighty, 200 miles. If I could just make a name for myself on the highway, I could live the American dream. I don't think making a name for yourself on the highway in Japan, and by highway I mean mountain pass roads in Japan, is living the American dream. I think you may be slightly confused about the idea of the American dream. Slightly there. He's drifting through Shiga in the hopes that one day living the American dream. A guy can dream, can't he? In the meantime, he's entering category races every chance he gets to scratch out a living. His goal? To one day go to America, strike it rich, and write his memoirs. Not many people like him still around these days. Again, that's not... The American dream is not to become rich and write memoirs because you're rich and therefore people want your memoirs. It's not how it works. Or maybe I'm just a very bad American, but I think I'm a pretty good American. I mean, I like baseball. I appreciate some apple pie. Blue jeans are pretty awesome. I mean, not a commie, you know. Oh, stream just got demonetized right there, by the way. Mentioned the C word. But, you know, I don't think it works that way there, dude. I think you're going to be disappointed when you get over here. I wonder where that guy is now, you know. 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 years later. What I would like to know is, why is this course one of the later unlocked courses when it's like way more open, easy, and forgiving? One thing I just noticed on this Merc, let me guess, the speedometer goes up to 250 miles an hour. Oh, hey, we got Team Laverne. A racer's gotta be fast, of course, but to be a real racer, you need style too. Buddy, I'm driving like the Mercedes in a rainstorm in the middle of night down the side of a mountain, and you're gonna talk to me about style. Meanwhile, you drive a Laurel, which is seriously just like the most plain white name you could come up with. Now, I mean that and no harm, but that's definitely a white bread name right there. The leader of Team Levan, now it's Levan, not Team Laverne, Okuda's philosophy is that if a racer is going to be fast, he ought to look good doing it. Mission accomplished, because I'm styling. One of his favorite sayings: if your interior is so ugly that the girls won't even get in with you, you don't deserve to race. If your car has a seat for the girls to get into, you don't deserve to race, because Colin Chapman is going to haunt you, and he will murder you from the grave. Weight reduction, bro. Weight reduction. No wonder you are going to lose this race, because quite clearly you're not actually into it. You're just trying to get the girls. That, it's just not going to be profitable for you. The purple guy 123 says, don't know who that is, but girls in passenger seat are dead weight. Well, I don't know who that guy is, but he's got priorities straight, right? Give him that. Oh no, 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 no pavement, no pavement. That's masterfully executed right there, must say. Should get bonus points right there. I mean, this car is definitely pretty reasonably balanced. I'll give it that. Until you throw it into the wall at 130 miles an hour there. How fast we're going. Definitely wasn't close to 130, I can tell you that much. It's definitely compensating there. Yeah, you gotta be pretty hardcore to go watch two street racers duke it out on the side of the road in the rain in the middle of the night while standing outside a hairpin like a total bozo. Let me just muscle my way through here. Excuse me while I whip this out. Deputy Shiga. Oh, hey, finally we're racing a team leader that isn't like 3 times slower than the regular guy. I guess there's a first time for everything. Suspension, the car was just hopping around there, just like beep, 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 beep. We'll get there eventually. Easy squeezy. Easy squeezy. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I think the CRX is probably faster. And I'd guess there's probably upgrades available too, so you know, we unlocked a new area. But a CRX is not no freaking Mercedes, man. Chiba Hawaiian. I honestly never thought that being a racer would be this grueling or this expensive, you bozo. The rule of thumb is never race anything that you can't afford to light on fire and push off the edge of a cliff. That's how it works. That's for good reason. He still doesn't have a girlfriend. See? This guy, he's got his priorities. He's got his priorities in line because this means he's going to be faster. Lately, he's starting to think that maybe he just wasn't meant to have one. The moment he moved to the Iroha Hill number 2 stage, Her was confounded by how different it was from number 1. But his natural quickness to adapt should help him overcome that soon enough. Her was confounded. I mean, if... I'm not going to have a battle about your pronouns, alright? Just whatever you want to be called, we'll call you. And by that I mean, loser, give me your money because you stand 0.0% chance. So just making that 100% crystal clear. You know, if you're a dude, if you're a lady, I'm still gonna beat you, and you're still gonna give me your money because that's how this whole shindig works. So don't get too carried away. New dating site drifters only. Oh man, I mean they do have they do have farmers only, so, you know, why not, right? Don't ask me how I know about farmers only. Just because I'm from Iowa. Don't judge me. Meiji Force SR. He's just here for SR. Yep, safety rating engines are the best. This is the engine that made Nissan famous. Now, I'm not an expert on Nissan cars, but like when I think of like legendary Nissan engines, I'm not sure the SR engines are the ones that come to mind first. I would think, you know, especially in this time frame, maybe the RB engines, you know? I would think, you know, yeah. He's crazy about cars with SR engines, and also a gigantic Nissan fan, which explains his choice of machines. Lately, he's thinking that a Bluebird might be nice too. You know, the funny thing is, they have Bluebirds here in America. They're school buses. He never fails to visit a Nissan gallery or showroom at least once a month. His dream, to one day drive a first-run Fairlady Z. The Fairlady Z. And game, you there? You still there, game? Still there? I think we're still there. Prepare for struggle. Hello, Corey. We have fully prepared for the struggle. This thing's just kind of like just gliding around from one corner to the next corner, just like it's got swivel casters for tires, just like, and we go here, and we go here. But seeing how this guy is an SR engine lover, and someone did allude to it earlier, I wonder if he can find a couple of SR20s a couple weeks before Race Wars. I sure hope he can, because I can really use an SR20. I'm getting prepared for Race Wars. Myself, you know, definitely that time of year, man. Gotta get your preparations on. Otherwise, you'll never even have your car by then, you know? And then you'll too soon junior all over the place, and then, I mean, that's not good. Alright, we got our team. We got Team God's Favorite? Is that what it is? Yeah, Team God's Favorite. Oh great, we got Jesus freaks on the mountain. I just got a new car, so I'm not quite in top form. See, we were just talking about this, guys. A couple weeks before Race Wars, but I can still put up a good battle. I'll be the judge of that. He drives with an experienced co-driver in the passenger, otherwise known as dead weight, meaning that in effect, God Favorites is a three-man team. His old car was a real rust bucket, and this spring he finally bought a new one. Right now, he's still getting used to it, hasn't reached top form yet. Let's go meet his buddy here, Team Audi here. Speed is the real test of a man. Whether it's eating, sleeping, driving, women, everything should be fast. You know, I feel like this pose here is definitely not an Audi driver pose that they got going on. Like, oh yeah. Once the top track athlete who made it all the way to the Nationals, he's fast at everything. He's fond of saying, if you can't do it fast, don't do it at all. He eats fast, drinks fast, sleeps fast. He's always first in the line for the bathroom and always gets a seat on the train during rush hour. But his racing skills are a bit suspect. How do you sleep fast? You take the 4-hour sleep cycle, the whatever it's called. Alternatively, this guy chugs the cough syrup. Give me the NyQuil. Oh, hey, this guy's got a solid car. I can't just drive right through him. I'd just like to point out we're driving on a mountain in the rain at night, downhill on gravel, and this guy has a Quattro Audi and yet still didn't just blast off into the distance. Seems legit, right? Silly game. Just so silly. Oh no, more gravel. Man, who just comes in here every night and just rips up the pavement? Why? Guys, this is not how construction works in a first-rate country. Oh wait, I wouldn't know about that because our construction, our road construction here in America is definitely not first-rate. Oh man, takes guys like 3 years to build a road around here. Best part of all that's just repaving. Sad thing is, I'm not even joking. I'm sure the one German guy who's up at this hour of the day is like, just like, what? You mean you can't have a road repaved and resurfaced in 2 days? What? I thought that was the standard. Getting really tight to the corner there. True skill. Yeah, one of the roads near my house, they actually, it was literally like a 2-year project to replace maybe, I'd say, half a mile of pavement. And of course, seeing how this is Iowa, you know, 95 degrees in the summer, that'd be Fahrenheit, just in case there's any metricers out in the crowd. You know, and then in the winter it's like 0 degrees on an average day. So, you know, the concrete's just gonna just be destroyed in an instant, and then, you know, 3 more years of construction coming right on up. It's pretty ridiculous, man. It's all just a grand almighty plan by the paving unions to screw over the hard-working taxpayer. Gosh darn paving unions. That I'm pretty sure aren't called paving unions, but you get the point. That's why Jimmy Hoffa disappeared. I mean, he was fighting. He was gonna fight against the unions on poor paving standards, and then he got buried in the old Meadowlands Stadium at the 10-yard line. Man. Man, are you looking forward to Kansas NIS? Probably not gonna be racing. The way the whole NIS thing is gone, it's fun. I really enjoy it, but I do not enjoy the series, and I'm sick and tired of every freaking race just like being nothing but a caution fest because people can't handle driving even to the lowest possible standards of keeping the car on the freaking track. It's like stupid. So, yeah, I think my NIS for the season, for the most part, I may still end up doing a race here and there, is pretty much done. I'm tapping out. Can't handle much more. My goodness. Will you just lose, Bosworth Master? Alright. I am basically Bo Jackson of racing, and you are Bosworth. So that means you end up on the ground. And let's be real, no one remembers Brian Bosworth because why would they? Except for the fact that everybody remembers Brian Bosworth, but, you know, relatively speaking. I mean, Bo Jackson. Anybody who plays Tecmo Bowl knows that Bo Jackson is flagrantly the most overpowered player in the history of mankind. I mean, just... my hinting at my age there. I mean, Brian Bosworth, I'm pretty sure was like before my time, but I mean, still, everybody knows about Brian Bosworth. I mean, you've seen the 30 for 30 on the Boz, you know? And plus, I mean, Bo Jackson is just like a legend incarnate, you know? I mean, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be incarnate, not incarnate. But, you know, hey, it's 10:11 p.m. and I'm getting pretty sleepy. So we're going to go power on through here, see if there's anything else left, and if not, we'll call it a night. And plus, I mean, I still will every now and then play Tecmo Super Bowl because Tecmo Super Bowl is the greatest football game ever made, and John Madden and EA can go ahead and suck it. I mean that in the nicest way possible. Although, not the nicest way possible because Tecmo Bowl is the best. These horizontally opposed engines are the best! Who says there's no such thing as low-speed torque? I do, as a Honda/Acura driver. There's no such thing as low-speed torque. You out your mind. You out your mind, guy. A dyed-in-the-wool Subaru fan. His dream is to convert the 6-cylinder boxer engine into a twin-turbo, but he still hasn't managed to do this yet. He can't wait to get his hands on the new Legacy sedan, but a lack of funds means he'll be sticking with the current Legacy for a while. I would have thought that that this guy would have been all like, hey, you know what my real dream is as a Subaru fan? Subaru Flat 12 stuffed into your Legacy. Baller. I mean, you would have the coolest Subaru ever. Granted, it'd also probably be like the slowest Subaru ever, because that thing definitely didn't bring the goods, that's for sure. Why is this guy named PT Sprint? I feel like they should have given him a PT Cruiser, or they originally were going to give him a PT Cruiser, but then all of a sudden... yeah, I will give you that, Tom. That's definitely granted, and I guess that does have to be somewhat weighed out as well. But I mean, it's not like the engine was gonna, you know, deliver them into the mid-pack, you know.
Mystic medal. Ooh, fancy. It's mystic. Get prize. Alright, who's next? Next victim. Ooh, NSX. Nice. Natural corner. Do you wash your hands once an hour? Germs are everywhere. You wouldn't want to get sick, right? Buddy, we're racing in the middle of the night on a Tuesday on the side of a mountain in the rain. How concerned about getting sick do you think I am? Extremely germ-phobic, he treated every single part of his car's interior that might possibly come into contact with human hands with disinfectant. Howie Mandel, the racer. Once that was done, he moved on to the engine housing and the exterior body. People keep telling him that there's no point in going that far, but their voices fall on deaf ears. I'm not touching you. Could have been the life W12. What was up with V12s in particular and just like stupid, this is never gonna ever work, why are we doing this things? I mean, did they just figure that, hey, you know, we need more power, so if we just go ahead and have more cylinders, we'll get more power, even though that just means that there's way more things to break. And there's a fun little trivia question for you. What's the most reliable high-performance V12 ever built? I feel like that's got to have like a very weird, interesting answer to it. Like, just like, logic need not apply. What are you doing, people? Why? And the BRM H16. Didn't BRM also do like a V16 with like 1.5 2-liter under one of the 1950s or early 60s engine formulas in Formula 1? I can't remember what it was, but it's on YouTube, and the thing just makes a absolutely glorious noise. You should definitely go ahead and search that up if you haven't heard that. Your ears will thank you. Much better than much better than my voice. You know, I feel like any German car with a V12 is just a recipe for disaster. Toyota V12. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know there was such a thing as a Toyota V12 until a couple of months ago. Like, it popped up on a website that I visit. Some guy built a drift car with a Toyota V12. I'm like, Toyota V12, what did he do? Like, put two JZ motors together into one? Like, yeah, like, I mean, that sounds like what would happen. But no, there's a freaking Toyota V12. I don't think there's anybody with as big a database as mine. I'm a champ in data-based racing. Sucks to be you. He's very proud of his infallible memory. In only a short time, he can memorize not only every curve on the course, but every undulation and crack in the road as well. What's even more impressive, it only takes him 2 or 3 times to learn every feature of any course by heart. Yeah, we ain't gonna lose. Oh, Toyota did put 2 1JCs together. Okay, I guess that... I guess they already did the work for him, so technically I was right, technically I was wrong. I guess. I'll take half credit. Screw V12s. I want to see a V20. I want to see an inline 10. I mean, just imagine the snout on that car. It'd be like all hood. The inline 2, it's called motorcycles. I'm sure there's an inline 2-cylinder motorcycle. Pretty confident in that. Yeah, I think what we really need to see, though, is more flat 5s. I mean, we all know flat 6s sound absolutely godly. And, you know, there's fans of the Subaru, you know, flat 4 thing going on. So how about a flat 5? Like Audi, you know, Volkswagen. Just go ahead. Just do it. I'm racing this guy like he's not invisible. Don't want to touch him. There we go, barely got him. H engine parts acquired. Wouldn't surprise me if they're making more 5-cylinders. I feel like 5-cylinders are vastly underrated in terms of like the number of cylinders. With your tuning, you against me is like a grain of sand versus a beach. Get lost or I'll crush you. Homie, you best respect like one of the great German cars with your silly little goofy looking GTO. I mean, there's 3 GTOs. There's the Ferrari GTO, the Pontiac GTO, then the Mitsubishi GTO. Which one of those 3 isn't legendary? I wonder which. The reincarnation of Daigo Inaraki from the previous 2 games. Wow, they I mean, throughout the rest of the game, they do things and like they hint at past appearances. This one they just flatly just like says, "Oh yeah, it's actually this other guy from the previous games, and we reincarnated him, and this is who he's supposed to be." Come on. He calls himself the world's greatest mountain road physicist, using reason and logic to win battles. In reality, his car is super heavy, and he drives like a maniac, often bashing into people. Daigo himself is huge, just like his car. But rumor has it that he's been dieting lately. And I also feel like they should have clarified huge, but we're talking Japanese terms, so he's like what, you know, 5'10"? I mean, 5'10", 260. I wonder if Audi would still be in business had they moved away. Had they now moved away from the raw sportiness in the mid-1980s and super performance luxury mode. But Audi is still around. I mean, I get what you're saying, like independent, but I don't know, like that whole thing, like with Volkswagen and Audi and Porsche, just like totally made my head spin because it's like Porsche was getting ready to buy Volkswagen, and then all of a sudden, like 3 months later, it seemed like nope, not happening. The other way around, like just instantly. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's madness. Shiga Kesatsu. Yeah, nobody to race. Yeah, nobody to race. Really? Is that? Yeah, nobody to race. Yep. Well, boys, I do think it is. Yep, that's it. We've gone through the full roster that is available for us tonight, so we will go ahead and save and. Actually, let's go to the daytime first. Because otherwise I'll come into the next stream and I'll be like, oh hey, let's go race people, and there'll be nobody to race, of course. Attack type race. Limited to cars with FR transmission. Didn't know FR was a transmission, but I guess. What is next stream gonna be? I don't know. What should the next stream be? Probably some more Tokyo Extreme Racer Drift. Not gonna lie. See if there's anything at the dealer. Do something oddball. Dirt Rally. Dirt Rally is not oddball. That is oddball. The MRS VM 180 Zagato. I'm just. I don't even like. Why does this exist? Why does this exist? And then the second thing is this looks like some sort of weird crossbred between a McLaren and a TVR. Like, does it not look like a McLaren and a TVR crossbred together to make one very not so attractive car? You know I'm not wrong. Hey, it's the what is it? The Fox from One for Speed. Well then, boys. Oh, hey, tuned car dealer. I never checked in here. Of course, nothing interesting in here. Nothing even remotely interesting. So, that's gonna do it. Calling it. Anyways, that's stream. Thank you guys for coming out. Hope you guys enjoyed. Alright, bye.